when you listen to like the podcasts about the Steelers, you get the sports reporters who do bits of stuff on the others as well, and they talk about it, and then you sort of build up a connection, don't you? So that's sort of what's happened over the last few years.
Fantastic.
And now I've started watching it, and it's good.
Superb.
And the other thing is the Flintoff Savage and Matthew Syed podcast that they do on 5 Live. I think it's called like Freddie, Sav and the Ping Pong Guy or something like that. I don't know.
Right.
But find it on the 5 Live website or go on any of those three's Twitter feeds and you'll see it's done. Right. But this week's one was particularly good. It's Mental Health Awareness Week, which we've not brought up so far.
True.
And they talked a lot about that because obviously Flintoff's had sort of well publicised, journey in that regard, and has faced up to things in the public eye very well, and much in the same way as we've seen some of the people in rugby league do. We'll not talk about Denny Solomona and that side of things, but you've not.
Yeah. Oh, he said he was depressed, didn't he?
Yeah, being unhappy because you want more money isn't the same as being depressed, I would have thought.
No. Not that I'm
it's a difficult situation.
Not that I'm delegitimising anyone who says they have depression, and he might well have done, but
it's a very difficult one to get my head around, that situation.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm depressed, so what I want to do is piss off a load of people who used to love me and be in the public eye for it.
Yeah, I've scored more tries in the season than anyone ever has, and I hang out the back of Jesse and Piazzi.
But even that, you can't.
But even at that point, you could be depressed. I'm disinclined to underscore.
It's more the point that you can become, like, you can be depressed, and the way to solve that is to get yourself more in the public eye by dating a reality TV star, putting a massive ring on a finger, having it all over your social medias, and becoming basically a little bit of a minor celebrity in your own right, whilst manufacturing a big money for yourself, move elsewhere, and that sort of stuff. It doesn't.
But your decision, you don't make you don't make good decisions when you're in the throes of that. So maybe.
Yeah, but trying to pin that on the club in
you can't pin it on the club.
Because they're being responsible.
No,
but not his agent's got no responsibility for it. No, not at all. No.
It's just the club. But your responsibility to yourself is to at some stage during that point have it pointed out to you that you need help, or at least acknowledge it within yourself, and then take responsibility for your own recovery.
Yeah. Anyway, the Flintoff Savage and Said podcast covers it really well, and some of the stuff, there's some stuff that you can really relate to and identify with. And it's something we understand well, and this podcast probably wouldn't have existed if it wasn't for the travails of mental health issues. I'd recommend checking it out. It's so good to hear people in the public eye speaking so candidly about it. And Flintoff talks about it. It's not like it shouldn't. To him, it's not a stigma anymore, and it frustrates him when people say there's a stigma around it, even though there are still people who attach something negative to it. That really frustrates Flintoff. Was talking about how much that frustrates him, because to him it's just a part of life, and it becomes an easier part of life when we talk about it.
I agree completely. I'll be checking that one out. How do people get in touch with the show and give us all their thoughts and feedback, Mark? There's more ways you can do that, isn't there?
At Super League Pod on Twitter.
Should we dish out our mobile numbers and they can text us?
No, Facebook.
I always said no.
Facebook.com/SuperLeaguePod, SuperLeaguePod@gmail.com, and then the Google form will be up for the match reviews. As normal, I'll just have the Challenge Cup games on there. I won't be going outside of that realm.
There you go.
Week. But if you do watch any other games, please do get in touch, because we love that stuff.
We do, sure. Absolutely. Okay, well,
and we're basically putting any review anyone sends to us.
Three times in this bastard show. Right, that's your Super League Pod for the week. We'll see you next time on your favourite rugby league podcast, the Super League Pod.
Oh shit, we didn't talk about Barry.
What?
So in the Catalan game, did you watch it?
No.
So in the Catalan game, when Leeds scored, I think after the Cuthberts maybe after the Burrow try, when it was going for the kick-off,
right.
He goes, "Strap yourself in, kids. It's going to be a great last 10 minutes."
No.
And you know how they just sit in a studio in this country, don't they? Do talking over the footage.
Yeah.
I did a tweet saying I think that might have been an Easter egg for the Super League Pod listeners from Barry.
Right. Fucking hell.
And they just sent back like a winky face.
Fucking hell.
And then,
you said strap yourselves in, kids?
Yeah.
That's awesome. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.